I save every dollar I spend goes into a vision I'm trying to defend. People say it's crazy, reaching for the sky, but I'd rather chase a dream than let it pass me by. Brick by brick, step by step, I'm stacking up my dreams, no regret. The world moves fast, but I stay true. What I can't hold, I will turn into a far limited, but my spirit's infinite.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my holy God. Hi guys, Stephen R4 from R4 Limited. Well, this time, or these next videos I'm going to be producing is my live trading on the financial market. And right before we continue, I just wish to apologize for the audio. I forgot to click on the mic. I have a trade that's up, and I just want to explain first how to access these accounts. These are funded accounts, which means buy a small amount of what I contribute or what I used to buy to get access to large amount of funds to be traded. Of course, it is quite strict that I got to stay within the parameter or the rules of the game, otherwise my account will be absolutely blown away. And I must admit, I have blown so much account, it is unreal. So I have restarted new accounts. I've just purchased this one, and I'll explain the purpose of it also. Hold on, just before I go there, I'm just going to check this particular account because it's going against me. Okay, now just want to explain something. Now it's gone past my support line here. That means I got to get rid of my trade. Otherwise I might just hold on a sec. Wait on a sec. I'll just reset my support line and see if it goes past here. I'm just using these other historical events or moments or area where the price range had reached before I make the decision to cut my trade, because the market can easily sort of reverse. But in this case, I don't think it is. I'm going to have to close my trade, which is one of the most important things also when you're trading, to close the trade or get out of the trade before it takes you. So I'm going to lose $4.20 here. Hold on, I might go back. It could be changing its course. Let me go back here again, because the RSI down the bottom here, it's showing it should be coming up. Whether that's true or not, I can act on that and just hold on to my position. These are, as again, just using some of the fundamentals and some of the charts work that's available to us. At the moment, I'm also using investing.com charting processes and services to help me gauge where the market is going. It looks like it is going to continue downwards on the downward trend. I have to close my trade. I have to show you closing the trade, and I lose $4 something from the trade. Now I can't afford to have too many of those losing trades, so I got to be able to learn how to trade successfully. And of course, the time now here in New Zealand is just after 5 p.m., which means in New Zealand the traders just closing and going home. And today's date is the 4th of August 2026. I'm going to continue the live trading sessions just to show you how I'm doing in relation to the market and how successful I can trade on the financial market. I have traded a lot in the financial market without a lot of successes. However, I am trading literally in the wrong time. 5 p.m. in New Zealand. If we check the world clock, search for it. Oh, here we go. The world clock tells us in New Zealand, as I said, it's just after 5 p.m. Tuesday, New York time, early in the morning. So I literally got to wait for New York to wake up, which is around about 1 a.m. New Zealand, 1:30 a.m. New Zealand time. Why go wait for the London sessions to open up in New Zealand? It's around about 9:30 p.m. So again, just giving you some ideas. I just opened that trade that I just closed a moment ago just to test this new account that I had just opened. It wasn't really a trade. It was just a test to see if the account is active, because I just purchased this account. Now, firstly, I'm going to show you how to get access to this account. Now, this particular account, I only paid $5 for it, and allows me to trade $5,000. And of course, it's down a little bit because I'm at that trade and lost $4 something. You can have access to this account also for $5. It's like going to the bank and making a loan to be able to use $5,000. Of course, you're not going to be able to use $5,000 in one hit, but you'd be accessing a large amount of money to trade on a financial market at a small cost. Let me show it to you. Yeah, let me show you. These are just some of the areas. Now, if you want some of these accounts, there should be a link below this video to join, say, alpha funded accounts. Let me show you some of the the challenges that's available on this particular platform. In this case, I've got a $5,000 account. This is a special that it came through the email, and straight away I grabbed it, paid $5 US for it, which is around about, what's it, $8, $10 New Zealand, and to access a $5,000 funded account. I've got that account going, it's active, and I'm not going to trade. Now I'm only going to trade probably when the London or preferably the New York market, when it opens. These are the accounts that's available today. Now let's start with the $10,000 US that you can access for $47, just under $50. They got a big huge discount here, as you can see. Originally the price is $119. Now if you purchase this, it only costs you a small investment of $47 or say $50. Purchase $10,000 trade with. It is quite strict that you stay within the laws and the parameters that they offer you. If you don't meet that, the account will be blown. You haven't lost a lot of money. You haven't lost, $10,000. All you would have lost is your small investment of $50. Pretty simple. This is great, but you got to learn. You've got to learn how to read the market. It's imperative. As you can see now, oh, it's possible. Hold on, let me, since we're here, now let me adjust my support line. What is the reason? Is it going to rebound? No, I don't think so. It's going to continue to go downwards according to this EMA indicator, the green line and the red line. You can see the green above the red line suggests it's going to continue going down. As you can see here, the red line above the green line suggests it's going up. Not suggest, it is going up. So if you want to learn some of these indicators, how you can use these indicators and set it up on your, whether it be investing.com or other trading view perhaps platform that you use also, you can do so quite successfully. Let me show you what we're here. Oh, hold on. No, I'm not going to fall for that. Sometimes it does that liar movement and all of a sudden it continues on a downward trend. Now, however, I'm just going to put this up here. And I'm going to use this resistant, over here, to see if it hits it and it continues going down. But if it goes up, then of course that's just the market. I've got to stop myself from trading. It's time. Oh, I love trading. I just want to get into it. Anyway, just go back to what we were saying. $10,000 for $50 off your money. You buy this using the credit card, and you buy this $10,000 to trade with. Like I said, there are a lot of rules that you've got to apply with. Like, say, for example, I'm not too sure what this one is. Draw down 15%. You got to access it to find out what is the rules for using their money. And you got to stay within that rule to make the profits in the future. And if you consistently stay within that and you trade your way into a lot of money from using $10,000, you can do so with, say, $25,000. But the price to buy into that higher amount is different. So let me click on that and let you see the differences, okay? $10,000, we can buy the US for US 50,000. If you were to go for 25,000 US, you'll pay, say, $120 for it. These are all US dollars. You've got to transfer them in your own currency. If you want to use 50,000, you'll have to pay $160. $100,000, you'll pay $400. If you want to use $200, you pay $650. 300,000, you pay $1,260. And if you're clever enough, or you've got a bit of money anyway, you can pay $1,560 to use $400,000 to make as much money out of the market, the financial market, as you can. As long as, I'm not quite sure, but don't quote me. But if you stay within the 6% margin they give you, say you lose, say, 6,000, don't quote me, but I'm just saying it as an example. Say $6,000 or $4,000 that you trade with, then you lose your account. You'll lose your $1,560. But if you stay within that boundary, you're going to be making a lot of money just using their money to make a lot of money for yourself. It is a challenge. It's not as easy as it sounds. But if we continue now, where's my account that we are trading on? And this is just one account of mine. I'll be opening up a little bit more. But anyway, as Alpha Trader, there should be a link for you to join. You'll get access to these phenomenal opportunities in our lifetime. Now, the $5 that I paid for it was only a special. It doesn't happen all the time. So if you do join, check your email often, because they do throw out quite big discounts now and again for you to purchase these challenges. at much lesser price. Now, some of the accounts, I was just looking into it just now. Let me see if I can bring it up. Some of the accounts in this particular platform is called Get Leverage. There should be a link below for you to join also if you want to use leverage. Now, leverage offer this particular opportunity. Very similar like Alpha. There are some differences, but what is important is I can access now $100,000 using what it's called MT5 platform. MT5 platform, let me show it to you, looks something like that, where you can trade, make your money. As you can see, most of my trades here in the red, and this is a practice account. I do a lot of practice, just practice all the time. Now it's gone up. I started with 100,000. This one's gone up nearly $700,000. Practice is important. You got to have somewhere to practice.
In this particular case, MT5 platform, I use VT Market. Do a lot of my practice trades on, and there should be a link below this video for you to join. It's a free service, and then you can use their platform and charging service to do whatever you wish as a practice platform. And they're great, and they're pretty good, VT Market. And of course, if you like it so much, you can also trade on their platform live. But in this case, as I said, I use VT Market mostly for my practicing account, and I've taken this practice account from 100,000 up to 700,000 so far, and I'm still trading. And as you can see now, there's some profits there that I'm making. I'm going to take them without analyzing the market, because every profit is profit in your pocket if you maintain that sort of progress. Taking every profit is far better than no profit at all.
MT5 platform, as I was saying, is where you can also use to do your trading, because they do provide, or they do offer quite a few platforms to trade on. MT5, MetaTrader 5, the other ones like Let's Trader, TradeLocker that they provide for you. So whichever one you use it on, so long at the end of the day you're making a huge profit. So going back to what I was saying earlier, this particular one that I'm going to join today,
we bought a Get Leverage, and this is the actual account. It only cost us $8.88 American to get the initial purchase. If we win this challenge, then we've got to pay the full amount, which is around about $300. And if we do lose this challenge, then we have only lost an $8.88 investment. And that is one great way to protect your money, your capital, is to use these offers that whenever a platform provides for you, because we can't guarantee that you're going to win every time. I can't guarantee myself that I'm going to win this particular challenge, but at $8.88, that's far better than paying $300 and you're losing that amount of capital. That's if you can't afford to be able to lose that sort of money, of course. So last night we started trading and made $32 so far. We're not going to continue trading, and the way that we're going to set this new trading process up is using AI to help us gauge our position before we make our trade. And basically, of course, before we make any trade, we're going to use our charting services to always plot an area of interest before we make any trades. And we're going to work closely with AI to pinpoint an exact area of interest to start making our trades. Last night, as you can see, there's a lot of actions that I was marking out areas of interest using all these lines and indicators just to pinpoint us where the market is moving. But this is just today, and the Tokyo market is just opening and has moved a gold price on a bullish market, and it's pretty good. But anyway, I wanted to show you that we already have a live account with Get Leverage, and as we make some more of these videos to show the live trading, hopefully we can show you some ideas how to utilize certain indicators, helplines, and whatever we can share with you to help you trade successfully.
and I will make a video when I join, and only pay $8.88 US to access this $100,000 fund to trade. Now there's a cap. Profit margin or profit target, I got to reach $6,000. Sorry, 6% out of 100,000. Once I pass that, then I go into what it's called funded account, because this particular offer access 100,000, and you only pay the full amount when you pass the challenge, and that's the catch. And I think this particular account, if the actual cost for this particular account is actually $350, for example. So if you do pass the challenge, $8, this is the only time you pay $350. But if I pay now $350, and I lose the account or blow the account up, I lose $350. So by using some of their specials that comes up now and again, check your email, you can get access to these specials. So you can trade or practice with, this is real account, real money. You can practice by paying only $8.88, using $100,000 of these people's money, but you've got to stay within these parameters. The profit target is 6%, which is around about $6,000 you've got to make. I don't think there's a time frame within this, your trading process. And if you pass the test, that's the only time you're going to pay $350. But if you didn't pass the test, all you lost is $8.88. So that's pretty fair, isn't it? And that is one of the key elements that you can use also to help you reach huge amount of money to trade with. Okay? Drawdown means if you have trades, if you have open trades and it's gone off the market, say 3% or say 6%, crown just blown. So you've got to monitor your account quite often, or more importantly, you do your researches first before you in action. As you can see here now, the market has changed. If I left my previous trade open, I'd be in the money. It's no good crying over spilled milk. You've just got to learn to trade at the best time. Learning how to read the market, how to read charts is crucial. You do a lot more time in this area using as you can see, all my funny lines everywhere to try and gauge where the market is moving and take advantage of it. Like I said, I moved that up earlier where I had it here. It was to tell me if we go past it, yes, it was going to continue. It did it, reached it, and went up, which is exactly what I thought it might do. And these are some of the areas that you can use also to predict where the market is going. But of course, as I said, I shouldn't be trading at 5 p.m. New Zealand time when the market is closed. However, I hope I've given you some ideas. So do come back from time to time to check how I'm doing with my live trading. If you want to see some more live trading, that'd be wrong with me to do so. I mean, I can easily make another trade going down because the RSI I see has reached the resistance and the likely chance probably coming down. It's possible, I'm not saying it will, but there is a conflict. RSI say it's coming down, but not necessarily, because the blue line on RSI is still pointing upwards, is above the red line. Oh, here we go, it's crossing. If it crosses the red line, then the RSI is saying, yes, this market's coming down. So I'm going to have a go just to let you see how easy it is to make a trade. Now, as you can see here, I'm trading gold, XAU UST. Let me double check. See the different 1 minute? Yeah, I'm in the right time frame.
By using a 1 minute time frame before you make your trade helps us pinpoint exactly where the market is at that point of time, or simply just wait. Commonly, I use that 1 minute time frame for that purpose. And most of the other higher time frame is to gauge the long-term progress of the market. And once again, this is the reason why we use the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, my support line there, or resistance line has gone support line, was used to gauge this particular moment of time before I made the trade. I was going to make a trade on an uptrend, as you can see here, but it's not. It's continue its downward movement, probably down to this support line, just like the RSI is showing, before it will make its upward trend again. Or if it breaks through this support line, then of course the market's going to continue on its bearish move, such as the EMA has shown here. The red and the green line is showing.
Yeah, 1 minute. As you can see, I was trading somewhere that doesn't apply. Anyway, there it is, where it is. Now, according to my chart says it could be coming down. That's it, that shouldn't be trading. But I wanted to show you what trading is like. The excitement when you see an opportunity and you make that trade. And of course, as you can see here, it has hit the resistance, and of course it does come down. So I'm going to make my trade just on that. Just nothing to be afraid of. You just got to, I'm only trading one volume. Get me out of there, confirm, and my trade now is up. It cost me, say, 30 something cents, say 40 cents just to open up a trade at one volume. I'm trading gold, and that's it. That's the beauty of it. If I can win this account, I don't have to win this account. This is actually a paid account. I only got to stay within the parameter to pay me in the future. Hopefully in the next week or so, I can show you this particular account. It's in in the profits, and I can probably make a request. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but I'm crossing my finger. I'm crossing my finger like my young granddaughter says. They will go in our favor. So I'm just going to let that trade run. I'm not trading. I'm just showing you in this video. But more importantly, my live training session has begun after many blown accounts. And that's not nice. You got to learn the hard way. And by learning, of course, you got to do things. And it does hurt, but as long as you don't give up, you'll be fine. So come back again, check our account, see how we are doing. And hopefully, as I said, cross my fingers, it will be in our favor to start making a request for withdrawal in the near future. But anyway, Stephen R. Ford from R. Ford Limited. We love you. God loves you. Happy trading. Bye for now.